is because uh, Anthropic, who made Claudebot, posted an announcement saying that Claudebot could basically optimize uh, like the secure business level code, right? Something that IBM specializes in. Security is a really big thing for right. This is like the basically the computer language that banks use to track like ATM withdrawals, to keep track of people's personal finances. Government uses it, right? Um, so this is a system that's very secure. And the news was that um, Anthropic's Claudebot is able to basically optimize this better than people are, right? So that way they can focus on other things. So it gave a little bit of a question as to cybersecurity, like what really is the future of cybersecurity. And while I do think that AI certainly has a role to play, I think that the reason for the sell-off wasn't maybe so much that, right, that Anthropic's gonna like put them all out of business, right? Because I don't think that's gonna happen. Especially IBM, right? Because they have a whole ecosystem between hardware and software. But I think that when people see the real price tag of AI, right? Right now, all the AI firms, for the most part, are operating at a loss, except for like Palantir, right? Um, and I think the goal is to kind of get people using them. But I think when people see the real cost, that maybe they won't feel so bullish on some of these things. And I think really that the real reason for the sell off wasn't necessarily Anthropic. I think that Anthropic was kind of just the straw that broke the camel's back, right? I think that these firms have very very high price to expense ratios, right? So they're expensive, um, just on the basis of their fundamentals, right? One could say a little overpriced, and because of that, right, coupled with the fact that Anthropic apparently has this new function for Claudebot. Um, I think that that's really what it's those two things combined, right? In markets, it's often not just one thing um, that kind of does it. And morning Swazzle, yeah, but it's not usually just one thing that'll change price, right? A lot of times things are happening. You have a lot of things happening all at once, and this advancement by Anthropic with their Claudebot is a really good example, right? Where these firms were overvalued, and one could argue still are, right? As far as like how much of their market cap is counted in forward guidance, right? How much money they expect to make, as opposed to how much um, they actually make today. Um, and it's really interesting how everything kind of hits all at once, right? Everything kind of hits all at once, but the writing's been on the wall there for a while, right? Um, what happens from here there? I mean, I think that after we finally find a floor on those names, that you're going to get some really really good opportunities uh, to long things like CrowdStrike, and yeah, some really good opportunities to long things like CrowdStrike and IBM. Some of the big tech names in that space. Also, apparently, PayPal is going to be sold and acquired by somebody else because they are unable to do anything right. So those are some big news items today that are kind of driving markets a little bit. Cybersecurity firms are massive, right? So if we see a little bit of weakness there, that could translate to a little bit of weakness in the tech sector overall. And the tech sector is the biggest part of Nasdaq and the S&P 500, right? So both of those indices are very tech heavy, and it's definitely interesting. Okay, now let's see. Answer a few questions. So, do you think the same thing is going to happen with AI that happened with the internet? Are you referring to the bubble? Yes. Okay. So, um, there is this tendency for the U.S. markets to form bubbles, right? I think that whenever we have a new technology that really is truly game changing, right? Whether that's the internet, AI, or in 2008, right, a financial technology that allows us to invest in mortgages that have been broke down into a bunch of pieces. You always have a big rush towards that technology. And there's a lot of exuberance, right? There's a lot of excitement around it. And eventually, all of that capex spending, right, um, kind of weighs down on investors, even though I am a firm believer that AI is going to change the world in a big way. In fact, it already has. Um, but I think that a lot of the excitement around it might end up dying down because I think that there's just going to be a few winners, right? If you look at 99% of the companies that were around in the 90s, right, for that big internet boom, most of them are dead, right? Like, have you ever heard of pets.com? Only if you're really old, right? If you're really old, like when I was a kid, I remember seeing pets.com commercials, but they haven't been around in 25 years, you know? So you do get this tendency within the US markets, and the way that we run our Federal Reserve right off of modern monetary theory just kind of lends to these big bubbles and then busts. And what that does effectively is uh, it consolidates wealth in like the top 1%, right? It's very, very good at consolidating wealth to a small group. So understanding that function is really important if you are doing any kind of long-term investing or swing trading. I wouldn't be overexposed to AI right now. I would definitely have some, and I do have some, right? But I wouldn't be all in on AI. The time to all in on AI was like 2022, right? And hindsight's always 2020, right? We always see more clearly when we're looking to the past. Okay, how long do I typically hold my swing positions, and how much do you recommend investing for a swing? So the swing positions generally, those are going to be a few weeks, uh, and in some cases a few months, right? It really kind of depends on the investment. Realistically, you could start with a few $100s, but you would not want to take a lot of like the options, which are levered positions directionally. It would probably be mostly buying common shares if you just had a few $100. In order to start trading options effectively, I would say you'd want to dedicate probably about 5 grand to that, right? Kind of the same if you were trying to do some futures trades on your own, right? That's about that same number. Is you could start with 5 grand, and if you're doing it right, you're going to just be taking really small risks on that, and obviously scalping, which is a little bit different than allocating just a very small amount, right? If you had, let's say, like $1,000 you could put in, maybe you put 205 different places and let it all grow. What do I think about CRT or ICT? So I don't. Yeah, I know a monk. I know. So CRT, ICT, I I don't think too much of it, to be honest with you. I don't trade ICT, right? I trade my own system. We do have a few things that are similar to ICT, but realistically, the main things that I'm looking at are liquidity, right? I'm just looking for liquidity. I'm tracking that. That's what all these lines are, right? These are nodes of liquidity. Um, I am looking at. Ooh, that is too much. Too much on that volume profile. Um, I am looking at liquidity and I am looking for breaks of structure. So I'm looking for really, really simple, obvious setups. And if it's not simple and not obvious and not easy to understand, then, it's something that I'm just not interested in. Right. So I like real, clean, easy, directional trades. And that's what we look at as we're tracking liquidity, right? That's our goal is to find those really simple, easy, directional trades. There we go. We got a little nodule right there too. All right. And because of all the volatility lately, we have a lot of liquidity levels to track, which is very fun and very exciting. Let's just look at today so far and see what's happened. All right, we got that point of control pretty much marked right there. Very nice. Now, I am a little bit cautious, right? If you're looking at this chart, I'm a little bit cautious, right? Just because we saw came up, found resistance, curved up, found resistance, right? Little liquidity sweep, find resistance again, grab liquidity, we move down. This, hits a bunch of stop losses from up here. You can gather some liquidity here. So anytime that you are moving, you are doing so for the purpose of generating liquidity or hunting liquidity, right? So this generates liquidity because this gets a bunch of buyers in. You start trading furiously, hit resistance, sweep it, get everyone excited again, and then it runs down, right? Hits a bunch of stop losses, does this little rounding pattern, right? Which is usually, again, a liquidity sweep. And then now it looks like we are going to be running into resistance again. So I am a little bit cautious of like a little triple top here. And for what it's worth, I do think that there is a very real possibility that we kind of just pump at open and then dump very, very shortly after. Right? I am quite bearish today, and we'll see if that's the right answer pretty soon. I'm not married to it, right? Like if I see something that changes my mind, then it changes my mind. And I would encourage all of you. I would encourage all of you to keep an open mind. Oh, absolutely stop hunts, man. Absolutely stop hunts. That is a great way for Wall Street to milk money out of traders that are emotionally driven rather than logical. Right? It really is. What do I think about investing in robots? I think that robots are a little bit further off than people would want to admit. So like right now, I'm not seeing it. I need to see somebody getting a little bit further towards having like regular robots that people can buy, right? Something that costs maybe the cost of a car or a little bit more, right? They need to be operable, but they also need to be able to be mass produced. Right now, all of the robots are coming in real expensive, right? And they're a bit limited in their functionality, unless you're looking at like Boston Dynamics. But again, like those are really expensive. Those cost an absolute shit ton of money, right?
I think the biggest robot sector right now is Xpeng.
Xpeng is definitely interesting. Um, I will say, be cautious of anything Chinese, okay? Because and I'm serious here, right? Because China has a playbook that is literally designed to take money from the West. And I know that sounds crazy. It is crazy, but it's true. It's true, and they're very good at it, right? Like, I, I, I am very fond of trading these Chinese scams, and Xpeng was one of them at one point, right? And I think that it's a Chinese business, right? So you can trust it to a certain point. I don't know that I would ever recommend going super heavy in any kind of Chinese company. Like I really, really, really don't. I wouldn't do it. Okay, they're dilution traps, man. They're absolute dilution traps. So TikTok is an interesting example, right? Because TikTok, um, you're
Senator, I'm
investing and you can't say it
Singaporean.
here. Yeah. So TikTok is an interesting example because TikTok's algorithm is incredibly advanced. It's very good at tailoring ads to people. It's very good at getting people engaged and making them, giving them the right videos to keep them entertained for hours, right? So they did master that. However, they had to sell off TikTok, right, to an American firm in order to remain operable in the U.S. So they ended up selling to Oracle, and it's funny because everything that Oracle touches, like as far as investments go, dude, they're awful at it. Okay, despite being a massive firm, and they've been just dying over it, right? Because they keep making these investments in AI. Like they handed OpenAI a ton of money, and it's like you're investing all of the shareholder value, right? All of this money that you've made for your shareholders, and you're investing it in OpenAI, which has literally done nothing but burn money. I think that's a really interesting strategy, and it's not one that I'm super bullish on. Right? That's just me, though. I think that if you really want to be in like that AI space, right? That Palantir is obviously a really good choice. However, I will say that one's quite expensive right now, right? Like the price, it's already priced in. The price is very elevated. Yeah, so there's some kind of interesting things there. But I would be very cautious of Oracle, of anything Chinese. With that being said, I do think that there are some actual really good Chinese businesses. Like I am quite fond of Baba, right? Ticker BABA. That's AliExpress. They they make incredible money selling the same shit as Amazon. In fact, to be honest, a lot of Amazon sellers buy from Alibaba and then they just resell on Amazon. Like that's quite normal. So okay, well that was a test, and the first test and a rejection at this liquidity level up here. We'll see what happens. Right, because we were kind of, again, right, we were talking about being a little bit cautious around this potential triple top. So definitely want to see what happens there. We got the same thing right here, right? We got the same exact thing. So let's see the reaction to this. And I'm expecting it to hold as resistance. Although I will say, you know, obviously this is pre-market and things can be really, really crazy, right? Where, you know, the normal moves are not ready. Yeah, you know, TikTok is one of those things. TikTok is one of those things that is, you know, it's really good, but it's really good at keeping people locked in and making people super excited. I'll turn on some different music for you.
Yeah, because it's killing the attention span of people.
Yeah. Let's get some more interesting music on. I just kind of click something and put it on. We're going to put on a little hip hop, AI generated hip hop in the background. I think that TikTok is really good at capturing people's attention. It's really good, especially with like the younger generation, right? But do I think that it's like a net good for society? Not really, right? And do I use it myself? Hell no, right? Like, not a chance. Not a chance. It's a little. Yeah, I think so. I think it does more harm than good. Yeah, no, and older people are absolutely hooked on it too, right? But you know, TikTok is a really strong business. I just think that I'm hearing reports of like the algorithm kind of being tweaked, and I think that that's a mistake. I think that you know, if you bought TikTok, if you're Oracle and you buy TikTok, you're really buying it for that algorithm. So what sense does it make to change the algorithm? Right? Like for me, it doesn't really make sense. Like that would be the primary purpose of buying it, right? Like ban TikTok, but Reels doing its work. Absolutely. Right? And that's the thing, right? Is that Meta is so hard to contend with, right? It's hard to fight Meta between Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. They truly are the social media titan, and it's undisputed, right? It is undisputed. They are the kings of it, right? They're absolutely the kings. And I don't foresee that changing, right? Like you can even look to something like Google tried to you know, create a competitor for Meta, and that crashed and burned. I don't know anyone that actually used what was it? Google Spaces, I think is what it was called. And nobody
used that.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck is that? Nobody ever used it, right? They spent all this money and all this time advertising for this social media platform. They released it and nobody joined, right? Um,
I know, Hover.
that's an interesting thing. See, and I don't really spend too much time on social media in general, right? Aside from like Discord and this server, right? Like this is where I spend all my time. So fortunately, I don't see too much from outside of like this, right? Outside of trading related things. But yeah, you know, I think that Meta, despite that, is the best, right? As far as social media goes, like they make the most money. They have been hit lately because of their capital expenditures, just like every other firm that is dumping a ton of money into AI right now, and they're not seeing like an immediate return, right? So people are getting a little bit almost like a little bit paranoid, like, oh no, are we spending all this money for nothing? I don't think it's for nothing. I just think that spending is going to be a little bit of a drag on their profitability and their earnings power for the foreseeable future, right? This US 30 looks like it's just ready to die.
To die?
I think so. I'd want to see it. I'd want to see
off.
it. Yeah, we'll see. There's a potential triple top here. We are catching a little bit of support so far on this liquidity level. If this is breached, right, then I would be looking for a little bit of a downward continuation to short. And you know, if we start curling up, then there's potentially a little bit of a long play here. But yeah, this looks kind of cooked, to be honest with you, in my opinion, in my very humble opinion. Yeah, US 30 looking quite weak here. Quite weak. Nasdaq's just kind of consolidating near this this potential triple top, right, between yesterday, this morning, and right now. But it's consolidating right under this. And what we want to do is Jesus Christ, okay. What we'd want to do is see, you know, a break of structure to either side, right? So whether that's coming down and breaking below this entire range, with some bearish continuation, or if it is breaking out above here and here, right? This like 24,835 level. Like, you just want to see that break of structure. And there is one to the downside now. Oh man, the music on this is groovy. This is some groovy music. Yeah, no, I think they're shorts too. In fact, if you ended up taking a short off of what we were just talking about, keep an eye out on this reaction, right? See how it reacts to this prior support, because that's probably going to be the big determining factor on like what happens next, right? If this is lost as support, then you probably come down to the value area high for this, like today's price action, which is sitting at 907, right? And then that's where the next spot that we would want to watch for a big reaction would be at around 907.
I'm seeing bullish action because gold is dying off pretty hard right now.
It's because, I'm on the CFD chart. I'm on the CFD chart. I do like CFDs. There's probably a joke there. You said that gold's dying?
Yeah.
A little bit, huh? Yeah, I see that. There's some furious trading happening right now in gold.
I also just know it because the other CEO that I told you about is shorting gold right now from like, what was it? I think 145.
Makes sense to me. You see that downtrend. I mean, absolutely. All right, so here we are testing the value area high for US 30. Yeah, gold is definitely crashing. Gold is definitely crashing. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Is futures can be a little bit mispriced, right? Like there is mispricing that happens in futures, as opposed to CFDs. And also, right, I mean, it's obviously like they're forward looking, right? They're futures. They look into the future. NASDAQ catching a little bit of support there.
On the
Started
value
to
area
climb
low
up
there.
a little bit. US 30 is just absolutely dying. Like this is quite the sell-off on US 30. Check YM pip, because that's really what I was looking at more than NASDAQ. And I think that's what you might be referencing. Like what I'm looking at right now is YM on the futures. And yeah, that's why I prefer CFDs too, right? I don't know that I would recommend buying here. I would want to see clear support be found. So I would want to see us do something like this, right? Test support, and begin to curl up. And if we saw that happen, right? Geez, if we saw that happen, then that would make me a buyer. But until that happens, I mean, I don't know. This is like very bearish, right? We're under the point of control. We gapped down and just completely kept selling off. There was a little bit of buying pressure here, but it wasn't enough, right? And now half of that's already been erased in the last few seconds. So I'd be very cautious there. NASDAQ is looking a bit healthier for longs, but I still wouldn't be longing this right here, right? This doesn't seem like something that I would want to be a part of. So let's wait and see if we get a little bit of a bullish reaction at this level again. But I think that I'm pretty confident in saying that this goes towards 881, and that's the next spot where I would expect to see maybe a little bit of support. And we'll see what happens, right? We had a gap down there. We had a gap down, and the gap is not fully closed. And gap filled. Gap filled, and it looks like we're tracing down. So I would keep an eye out on this. Again, this 881 as the next level for support on US 30 or YM. NASDAQ looking to break down off of this key liquidity level. Next place I'd be watching would probably be this value area high for the next reaction. Yeah.
I think NASDAQ might be also in a meltdown. soon if we break that value area low here.
Yeah, the heat map is pretty intuitive. But we have a video in one of our warrior subscription channels explaining how to do it, because right, like that's what you need to access this anyways. Okay, US 30, we came down to that level that we were discussing, right? 881. Let's see if we get support here or if we fall to the next. Look at that. Come right down, touch it, move just a little tiny bit below it, and that's where we start to find buyers and support. Isn't it incredible what mapping out liquidity levels can really do? And if you ended up taking the trade off of just that conversation, this would probably be the time to take profits. Just an FYI, right? If you took that trade, this is the time to take profits. Like I said, I did not take this trade. I don't really trade pre-market, but if you're trading based off of like the little signal that we had here, probably time to take your profits, right? Don't be greedy. You won the game. Take your profits. Look at that. You're a little bit green going into market open. Actually, not even a little bit. That was like a fucking $50 move. So that was a really, really good move. Had a chance for some really good RR there. You know, if you're risking like 20, then that's over a 2-for-1. So you're happy. Getting a little bit of consolidation right here, this liquidity level on NASDAQ. But it is looking a little bit rough, right? Like there's persistent selling pressure up here at like this 812, 810 level. So every time we get up there, it seems that sellers just step in and say, no, 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 right? We're smacking it right back down. And that kind of behavior should make you a little bit hesitant about entering a long position there, right? Like what you really want to see is a break of structure, just like this, right? So now that we have a break of structure, like this looks like a decent, potentially a decent short. Again, I wouldn't do it right now just because it's pre-market. But if we were trading, right, I would be looking for this break of structure to lead us down to the value area high. And after seeing the reaction to that, if we blow right through it and we can't hold it as support, then the next level I'd be watching would be like the 783, right? This is the next major liquidity node down there. And this is a spot where we did see some support earlier, right? We saw first it was resistance, sell off, sell off, sell off, sell off, sell off. And then eventually we broke through it and we came back and tested it as support. And once it was confirmed as support, it moved up, right? Look at that. Boom. Look at that. We just come down and touch this value area high like perfectly, right? And that's why what I'm always talking about is waiting for the reaction, right? So you want to see the reaction that we have to major areas of liquidity. And it doesn't matter what time frame you're looking at. If you're looking at the daily, if you're looking at the 1 minute, if you're looking at the 4 hour, right? You're always going to be looking for the reactions to these liquidity levels at all times, right? Learning how to trade off of the volume profile is one of the biggest things that a trader can learn. And I'll stand on that, right? Like I'll die on that hill. That it is the most useful tool in your arsenal, aside from just having a very fundamental understanding of how the market operates, right? And I guess really that the volume profile is just a very fundamental part of how the market operates, right? Once you understand what liquidity really entails, understand what liquidity really truly entails, you'll see that it's the main driver of everything, right? Why do stocks move? They move to generate liquidity. They move to hunt liquidity, right? Liquidity can be taken out of one stock and injected into another, right?
I
Like,
just had a major structure shift.
on what?
On Nasdaq, point of control wandered down to 24,771.
Yep, I got that too. Yeah, that did shift way down. Yeah, well, it's looking a little cooked right now. And if you'll remember, right, just a little while ago, we were talking about being careful around this, right? This triple top, because we saw resistance, we expected to see resistance, and we did, right? So when you see a structure like this, okay, wait for it to break a liquidity level, break structure completely, and begin to continue moving up to long, right? Like if you just long at this peak, you say, oh, it broke above this for 1.5 minutes, and you rushed in, you'd be fucking cooked, right? But fortunately, we saw this structure and we said, well, this is risky, right? This is very risky. We see persistent selling pressure happening up at these levels. So, especially kind of given what the sentiment seems to be today, and given what yesterday was like this should have been a little bit alarming, that should have been one of those things where it's like, oh, hey, I think it's going to get, rejected again, and we'll get a nice little sell-off, right? So technical analysis is super cool, right? Being able to read a chart is really, truly a big deal. Oh, yeah, sorry. You'll have to... I use TradingView on the browser because I just don't want to download more shit. But it's, it's the same shit. It's the same thing. That's also an SMT. SMT with what? Which one? Between ES and NQ? Okay. Yeah. And that definitely makes sense as a pair, right? If you are trying to do like the SMT, right? It makes sense to watch for the divergences between the S&P and NQ, just because they hold a lot of the same stuff, right? Again, really the biggest thing that separates the two is that while NASDAQ holds all of the same like big companies that are really profitable, it also holds a bunch of shit, just absolute shit companies, right? Like I don't know, like Chinese garbage Xpeng. Now Xpeng is probably one of the quote unquote safer Chinese picks. But yeah, like there's a lot of garbage that's housed in NASDAQ, right? They are definitely the exchange where it's like, we don't care what kind of problems you're facing, as long as you pay us your listing fee. Yeah, hey man, the Chinese stuff is real. The Chinese stuff is real, I promise. Not sure if there's a closer relationship between US 30 and NQ. Not really, right? Not really. So what you have to realize is that the US 30 is very concentrated, right? It is like extremely concentrated. There's only 30 companies in it, right? So it moves kind of on its own. Like it moves with the broader market, but it kind of does its own thing. Like there are a few times where, um, we've watched NQ and ES just absolutely melt down, and US 30 was solid as a rock, right? And it's just because of what is held in it. Now, obviously, that's not the case right now, but it was the case through like all of December. Wow, dude, US 30's seriously melting down.
That's not that big.
I mean, it's moved from 969 to 859.
Could be worse.
That's quite the meltdown. I mean, it's over $100.
Considering from yesterday to
I
the
guess
like
I guess
lowest
if we're
point.
comparing it to yesterday, no, it's not. That was actually crazy. Hey, very
All
smart,
right.
Pip. Very, very smart, Pip. Because that's where we started seeing support come in, right? So we sell where sellers are and we buy where buyers are, right? You just move with the markets. You don't fight them. You don't argue. You just move with it. So great job on that. That is the way to do it. I mean, I know that it's just a free trial account, but still, like getting used to those correct behaviors is a really big deal, right? Like you are trying to build the right skill set and the right kind of behaviors more than anything, because those correct behaviors, right, having the right risk management, right, proper risk management, and the same is true for swing trading and investing too. Doing those things correctly, profits are a byproduct of doing all of those things correctly, right? Like obviously we trade to make money. Simple as that. We trade to make money. But
What's going on?
a little bit of a battle on NASDAQ. Is that what you're referring to?
No, gold just had a massive pump on the 1 minute.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. It was like a $15 pump. I bet that looks like it's ready to keep going quite a bit too. Might run into a little resistance at 20. We'll see, but that actually looks pretty solid. That actually looks pretty solid.
Do we have any news for today? Because I'm only seeing like yellow folder and orange.
Not seeing anything super big. Anthony, a little bit bearish. Oh yeah, Trump speaking today. Okay. Well, fuck it. We don't know. 9 p.m. Eastern? Oh, that's so far away. That's so far away. And no one has any idea what he's going to say either. That's the thing, right? It's probably going to be something about, I don't know, un-American Supreme Court. Tariffs are great. I'm great.
China.
China. I mean, in all fairness, if you get me talking about China, I'll be China too. No, it's probably some. I did not know Jeffrey Epstein. I didn't know him. We just hung out on his island together all the time. Like, bro. Yeah, exactly. Just go with the flow type shit, man. Exactly.
All right, Grandpa, get your coffee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is time. Wow. All right. Grandpa's gonna go get his coffee. Give Unc just a minute.
Yo, good morning, JP. So, going into Bitcoin, I am expecting quite a meltdown here. As forecasted for like the past few days, I've been saying go short, and it's been working out. If anyone went long, it's your fault, not mine. Going into gold, I could see some possible like resistances forming here, especially because we had earlier on like the 20th February some seller absorption, which we also have right here. So that connects a little, because we just bought that dip like up 15 to 20 bucks. A full retrace to 24,881. You think? I mean, it's possible, yeah, considering that we are not even into New York Open. Because my expectancy for today is like a bullish impulse. As crazy as it sounds, but I have quite the bullish bias for today. Anything else? Any questions? Drop them in chat. It was stated a little bit further above. It was like 9 p.m. EST. Well, Jarko, you gotta think about it like that. The majority of people trade ICT and some random stuff. So their bias is most likely bearish. We know that the retail market has grown so incredibly much over the past few years and made it a lot more accessible. So what is the easiest way to die down? To go up first. And if everyone has a bearish bias, why not? Why wouldn't they not liquidate the ones that have a bearish bias first? This is like what I'm thinking. I mean, that could also very well be. The New York Open always stays a little surprising. We never have a clear like indication for what the New York session has for us. So we just have to see and adapt as time goes by. Speaking of which, I think we could pump on US30 here though, because we're getting some serious seller absorption and also looks like it's finding a bottom here. But I could also be very well wrong.
Wow. Well,
Yeah, that's quite a muted open.
Yes, it is. Looks like today might be good for the short swings that I posted in that swing channel. That's a very muted open. US30 is dropping like a rock.
It's not dropping like a rock. It's down 30 bucks, dude.
No, it's dropping like a rock. Look, dude, look at it. It's still going down.
I think this will be a doji.
We could hit some support right, yeah, like right where we did pretty much.
I don't like US30.
I'm waiting. Let
we-
the opening settle down.
Because always when we have these muted opens and not a clear instant direction, like US30 mostly just bounces around
It
like
does.
stupid.
It gets super choppy.
Nasdaq might be on the verge of a breakdown here.
It sure is. Let's see how we react to these prior lows. So far, it's been a little supportive. Ooh. Ooh. This is... oh man, I really want to enter short, but I know I should wait just a little longer.
I dropped in a little short.
Right, entering small short here.
Dude,
Filled.
what the actual fuck? Look at US30.
Filled at 718. Yeah, see, that's why I wanted to wait a little on that. Fuck that.
Damn.
Yeah, 718 here. I think I'm going to set my stop up to 40. Fortunately, we do have a bunch of profits to play with from yesterday because we shorted the ever-living shit out of everything.
How we should.
Wow, US30 pumping off that. That's interesting. And our 718 short is doing fantastic. Set your stops to break even. Actually, I'm going to go a little under break even. Go to 715. Make sure I'm locking in some profits on that. Boom. Yeah, look at that. We got a little hip hop music in the background too. It just makes it feel real epic. We're feeling like gangsters when we're dropping this.
We're always gangsters.
Always gangsters, bro. Moving stop to 695.
Told you already. The Candlestick Cartel.
The Candlestick Cartel, bro. We strike again. Coming to short a market near you.
Damn, I think I'm gonna take profits here. Yeah, this is good.
I
I'm out.
am good. I'm good off of it. I'm out. That was a good trade.
Yes, sir.
That was a great trade.
I'm
job.
watching US30 here for a breakup to the upside.
It could very well happen. In fact, it looks likely. I really want to wait and get some confirmation because this thing's already traded in a stupid range today.
Yeah.
We've only been open for 4 minutes, so like I really want to wait for confirmation just to be sure.
Yeah, I need some.
I'm almost expecting after we get this little relief bounce, right? Expecting almost after we get this little relief bounce, kind of expecting us to go a little bit further down on NASDAQ, to be so honest with you.
Oh my days. The 5-minute chart on Nasdaq. Sellers are dominating by 92%.
Like I said, I was feeling a little bearish going into today. And so far, that seems to have been the move.
Gauzy,
I'm staying away from US30 here, dude. Look at the... Oh my god, this chart is...
I'm gonna just say it for like everyone here. If I'm echoing for you on Father, just mute Father's stream screen.
Yeah. Don't mute me, the person. I mean, you can. You could always just tell me to shut the fuck up, too. You know, that's something that certainly works. Yeah, you could just mute my screen, or my stream rather.
All right, I'm gonna be right back. 3 minutes.
Yep. Watching Nasdaq. This sell-off might continue right here. Let's see how we react to this prior support. And remember, we want to stay consistent in sizing. Let's go, JP. Let's go, JP. See, I really, really don't like, or rather, it's not that I don't like futures, right? I definitely trade more CFDs than futures myself. I just think that the price action is generally a lot cleaner and there's less mispricing. With futures, you can absolutely get, more benefit out of it, right? If you can catch the mispricing in your favor. But I would rather just play right with the contracts for difference. I'm very, very closely watching NASDAQ right now. So we had a little buyer absorption, or a little seller absorption here, right? The buyers came in and it looks like they're coming in again, right down here at this like 44 level. My opinion on longs in US 30, I would wait a little bit. I would wait a little bit on US 30 before trying to long it, right? Like we want to make sure that we are clearing all of this prior price action. We are testing this as support right now, and so far it's confirmed and held up. That might not be a bad move. Yeah. Fuck it. I'm going to take a small long on US 30 here, even though it's super cooked. All right, I'm filled. Filled at 986. There we go. No, that was a good call. That was a good call. Okay, move stop up to 49.20. Move it on up to 49.40 here. Move it up to 49.50, right? Just manually trail this thing up. Move up to 49.65. And just be aware that this can absolutely get stopped out right here. But do we really give a shit if we caught this whole candle? Boom, look at that. I'm stopped out.
I'm so glad I caught that.
Did you catch that? Nice. Oh my god, dude, what is NASDAQ doing? What the DAC doing? What the
I don't
DAC
know.
doing?
Weird as shit.
Just kind of retracing back up. Really expecting to see this hold as resistance, to be so honest with you. I would be really surprised if we just pumped right through all of that big selling pressure that we saw a few minutes ago. Like, I would be genuinely shocked. What's up, Nitram?
I mean, it could happen.
Long on what? NASDAQ? Potentially. I want to wait a little bit.
I need to see a break above like 851 for me to long.
If this thing broke above 851, dude, I would be so fucking long. I think that it is interesting that we are that we're kind of teetering right on the cusp of breaking out of all of this price action. I think that is certainly interesting. US 30 running into a little bit of resistance.
You entered long 782? Damn. Longing US 30 here.
Yeah, that looks ready to continue. All right, I'm probably going to get back in right here.
I think I might target the fucking highs.
I am in. Filled at 134.
I filled at 106. Ha, nope.
I mean, we also did trade it from like down here and get all the way up. So we've already hit some pretty big trades there. Yeah.
Dude, look at that fucking pump.
110. Starting with stop at 110.
I'm going break even.
I am not going to go break even, but that is because my break even is different. Oh, NASDAQ starting to get a little bit spicy up here. Look at that. Look at that.
Don't you fucking play me US 30.
I mean, I don't know. I think that if anything, this is super healthy. Look, dude, it drew down. Buyers came right in. Like, things are looking good. I am going to move my stop up to 140, which is higher than break even. So it is tight to price, but I want to make sure that I am protecting my gains, right? And I want to make sure that everyone here is protecting their gains.
Protecting gains? What is that? I heard only full port.
Don't full port. don't full port anything. It doesn't matter if you're scalping, swing trading, long-term investing. Don't full port. Don't ever do that. Just a friendly piece of advice, everyone. He is definitely saying that as a meme.
Yes, I am.
So
don't take any advice from me. I'm unprofitable.
Shut up. Yeah, he's definitely lying there, bro. He makes money. He makes stupid money.
Nah.
Trading these streams, man. I'm telling you, you hop in the morning with us and trade. Like, all of a sudden, you know, when people start making money, like it's just the way it is.
I'm not making stupid money.
Seeing a little bit of resistance come up here. We'll see what happens from here. But regardless, we've de-risked ourselves. If you entered with me, you are de-risked right now, right? And your stop should be at just about 140. Right? We could always trail it up a little bit later. Here we go. Trailing up. I'm going to trail mine up to 70 now. 49,170 is the new stop.
I'm putting mine on 160.
On my end. Yeah, you entered a little bit before I did, so you have a little bit more breathing room.
Breakout on NASDAQ going long.
Yes. Oh God, it's finally time. I'm gonna wait just a second. Stopped out on US 30.
Same here.
I'm waiting just a second on NASDAQ because that was a pretty sharp reaction.
Nah, it's all good. It's fine. It's
There's a
already
lot of bullet
priced in.
pressure. It's already priced in. Taking small long here. All right. We filled at 68. We filled at 68. And we are going to have our stop down at 45. That's the initial stop for me. Let me just adjust that real quick on my end.
I don't have a stop yet.
I do. Okay. There we go. Still not adjusting my stop.
If we pass like 24,900, I'm gonna go break even. That's like the bare minimum.
Yeah, I have a stop just in case some dumb shit happens. US 30 on the verge of breaking out again.
Yep.
Or rather, just continuing.
Dropped in a small long on US 30.
Moving stop up to 860 on NASDAQ. Small long on US 30. Yeah, that seems right here. All right. I am in. Filled at 195.
Got a wide stop at 145.
I'm going to put mine at 155. A little bit tighter than yours. Yours is below the value area high, though, which does definitely make sense.
All right.
Moving stop up to 875 on NASDAQ, on this NASDAQ long, up to 875. Definitely moving my stop on US 30. I'm going to move it up to 220.
Moving my stop on break even for NASDAQ. Also going a bit into profits here. Jeez. Yeah, adjusting my stop to 890.
Dude, I literally just did the same thing. Stop at 890. Stop at 890. I want to make sure that we're capturing these gains from that move. I am stopped out of US 30.
I'm
And
still
I am
waiting.
stopped out of NASDAQ as well. Great trade.
Man.
Great trades. Hell yeah, JP.
Right.
Hell yeah, 970. Look at that. I want everybody, before you go, I want everyone to post your gains in the free chat and let them know that it came from the stream. Do me that solid.
Flex on them, fucks.
Yo, literally, flex. Flex. Not even joking, like, flex that shit. You got it? You got the muscle? Flex the muscle, bro. We've had some phenomenal trades today.
Bro, it's not even fucking funny how good these trades were. It's basically like yesterday.
It's like yesterday, except this time we're longing and not yelling NASDAQ to zero.
But see, my
I don't
bullish
think you
bias
can,
was
Ted.
correct.
I don't think you can. I think that you have to. Yeah, I think that you have to manually redraw them. I don't think that you could just copy the drawings, unfortunately, because they are technically two different assets.
No, you can copy the drawings on.
Can you copy drawings?
Yeah, you can. There's like a linking thing on the bottom left of your sidebar next to the trash bin. See ya.
See ya, 970. Make that fucking money. You got it, bro. Hell yeah.
But like you got that little icon that's white on your sidebar there, and with that you can like Sync your drawings on the left sidebar.
Which white icon?
This one that you're on right now.
Yeah. New drawings are
That one.
replicated to all charts in the layout and shown when the same ticker is selected. Okay. I never knew you could do that. Right, because I'm normally just looking at these two, to be honest with you.
See, I'm not using any web to trade. I'm using MetaTrader 5 and Vantage as my broker.
Vantage
Markets.
Man, that's some German shit. I don't know. We don't have that here, bro. We just got traded. No, I don't know what Vantage is. I've never used them.
It's
Mr. Dog, let's fucking
platforms.
go. I don't know. I like IBKR. Interactive Brokers is sick.
I don't really care what kind of platform I use as long as I can make money on it.
Absolutely. I was about to say, like, what I use works, so I've just stuck with it, right? Because you don't fix something that isn't broken. It's kind of like when we were talking about the TikTok algorithm, right? Why would you fix some shit that isn't broken? That's how you break shit.
Might be going into longs on Nasdaq here.
I want to wait just a little bit. Just because we had a somewhat, sharp rejection off of this point of control earlier. So I wanna see us come up and test that again.
Yeah.
Like I just possible small little breakdown on US 30. Wouldn't short it, but just keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Because I don't know how far down realistically this goes. Say maybe like 152 at the most, like a 20-point move, and if we can come down there and find support, then that might be the long for the next leg up. So just keep an eye on it. Yeah, see, and this is why I wanted to wait for like us to come up and at least test this before longing. Because instead of being able to test it, we just started kind of nuking downwards. So yeah, this is why we wait, right? This is why we wait, everybody. Catching a little bit of support on US 30 right at that spot that we thought we would. So yeah.
Support? Where?
Right here, right? Got a little pop up, right? Buyers are stepping in right here. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if it holds the support or if the sellers will dominate and drag it back down. But this was like the next level that I wanted to watch. That is now breached. So I'm going to sit and fucking wait. I'm just going to sit and wait because I definitely don't want to try to short into this trend right now. I would need it to get a lot more obvious to the downside.
I think I'm going to drop in.
That we're so green for the day.
A very small short on Nasdaq here.
It's okay, Pip.
Yeah. Filled at 860.
I'm just a little cautious. If anything, I'm really watching more of the US 30 short here because this is starting to get really obvious. And again, right? Like, I don't want to take difficult trades. I want to take fucking easy trades. So far, this has held up as support, at least temporarily, at this like 85 level.
going break even on Nasdaq.
Smart. And you guys hear how he de-risks the second it starts working? Boom, risk is off the table. I am going to enter a short on US 30 here. All right, filled at 61.
They're holding back orders, taking profits on Nasdaq.
You know what happens every time they fucking hold back orders.
Yeah, that's why I exited right here.
Big move somewhere. Big move somewhere. Setting stop to 49.80. Oh, it's about to get hit too. I might get stopped out of my short here. We'll see what happens. Got a real tight stop there.
This is a great day. I like Tuesday.
I like Tuesday. Tuesday is cool today. Tuesday is fucking cool today for sure. I'm just gonna see what happens. It's come up close to my... Oh, damn. Stopped out on US 30 short. That's fine.
Let's see. Great, I exited Nasdaq right here. I knew
Jarko,
it smelled.
So what I do is, honestly, I pulled the liquidity levels usually from like the last month on the daily chart and on the 4-hour chart. I look back at least a month, right, just to kind of get some of those more like macro liquidity pools marked out. And you know, by the time I get down to for the 15-minute, I do the last 2 days, and then when I'm on the 1 minute, I just mark out the liquidity levels for the current day that we're currently trading, right? Man, I just had my stop a little too tight on US 30. I could have loosened that up, especially because, like, you know, obviously, like, we're green this week, like green between yesterday and today. Everyone else is getting liquidated in the markets, and we've just been doing fucking phenomenal. I think I'm gonna enter small US 30 short again, and this time I'm just gonna set a really big stop because it's a very small position. So I'm gonna set my stop up at 60, and I filled at 30. So there we go.
Yeah, there's like no way to be red this week. Like, if you're red at this point, just stop trading.
Or
back on demo.
or hang out with us and learn how to do it. Learn how to properly trade, right? Learn how to properly trade, work on your sizing, work on your risk management, make sure that you're consistent in your sizing and risk management, right? A rule doesn't help if you don't follow it. You have to actually follow your rules, right? You have rules that are designed to keep you safe. So follow them. And if you're consistent with your sizing and you're consistent with your rule set, right? Like only entering on very clear breaks of structure and trading with the trend, then you know, you will be successful. Like that's just a fact. Like that's what it takes. You know, this game is you against yourself first and foremost before anything else, right? It's you against yourself. So you have to conquer yourself before you can conquer markets. I am going to move my stop down to 49.20. Holy shit, it's nuking. Holy shit, it's nuking. Moving stop to 49. Even. Give me a second. I need to update that on my side. I didn't even get to do the 49.20 because it just started dying right in front of us. I'm actually going to move it down again. Jeez, this is moving so quick. All right, 980. Stop at 980.
The other thing that I would
Okay,
also
fine.
like to
Got it
to
updated.
just scratch on, like as a topic, is that I see very, very often. Don't, please, if you trade, don't marry your take profit. I know you placed it for a reason, but if you don't hit your take profit for a full range, you can take profits early. It's not
Absolutely.
a crime.
Absolutely. And also, if the trend is just really continuing in your favor, don't be afraid to let it ride a little. All right, stopped out of the US 30 short. That was phenomenal. That was a beautiful trade. That was a $60 move. Let's motherfucking go, chat. Let's go. I know you guys are killing it today. I know you guys are killing it today, man. And if you want to do this every day, again, sign up for the Warrior program. I think all of our warriors here are going to tell you, like, there's some serious fucking knowledge that gets dropped and some serious benefits here, right? So, like, join in, come hang with us. We do this every single day that the market's open. Look at that. I'm glad that this is why we have a stop, right? If I didn't have a stop, I'd be giving back, half these gains right now. Like, that's the importance of using a stop. The hell, Fez? They ain't that good. Who's not good? There's no buying a course. There's no buying a course, bro. I mean, shit, I got you here watching, right? Yeah, see, literally, bro. Show the track record. I'm here doing it live every day.
Flex on him.
I'm here doing it live every single day. You can go back and look at the track record.
He's one of the people that need to get flexed on.
I think even better than flexing on him, why don't we just ban him? I think we'll do that. Yeah, I think we'll just get rid of him. See ya. Imagine sitting in a stream. Imagine sitting in a stream, bro, and watching it and watching a bunch of live trades get called and said, show your track record. Like, dog, you just watched it. Like we just do it. Right? No, already got rid of him. I can't do it, man. I got no patience for it. Right? Motherfuckers are, if people are here to troll, then they just leave, right? I want people that are here to trade and here to make money and learn. Those are the kind of people that I resonate with, you know what I mean? Just stuck in this consolidation for the last, what is this, like 5 minutes? Gross. Not seeing any real clear direction on those.
I had also someone that I might need to ban.
Jarko, I just do it with my own money. Right, so I guess that's live. Like I just do it with my own money though. Did you see Dispatch in chat, in free chat at 650?
No. You mean that he got banned from somewhere?
Yeah, but did you see which community he's talking about?
No.
You should look at it. You should look at what he said.
Andrew's community. Who's that?
I don't know, but he said he forgot the guy's name. It's that one trader who likes saying bang every time he hit TP. His Discord community is so ass.
Oh, you mean that guy?
That's too funny. That's too funny.
Damn.
Motherfuckers over here getting roasted left and right, bro. And I agree with that easy trade, right? I agree with that, right? And the point isn't to rely on these calls, right? The point is that I want to show the thought process behind them, right? So that's why I'm not saying, oh, short here, right? I'm telling you, if we break down here and if I see this, then I will do X, Y, Z, right? Like, so this is meant to be educational. And Six Eyes, I am speaking.
No, Conquest. Wednesdays are usually fine.
Wednesdays are fine. It's Fridays that are the hard day, to be honest with you, because by the time Friday rolls around, a lot of times everything is pinned like to the OPEX, right? To the options expiry. So yeah. But yeah, easy trade. I'm absolutely right there with you, right? So that's why, like, again, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to teach. It's not necessarily like, let me just give you calls and tell you what to think, right? I want you to hear how to think. What volume profile do I recommend? That is going to be, give me a second, I'll post it. I have a little channel that has it.
Here, I dropped it in for you.
Perfect, yeah. So you can go to indicators. We're going to be filling that up too, because Icarus has a bunch of free indicators. If you didn't know, Icarus codes indicators, and he is really good at it. So, hey, Stu, a lot of stuff's changed recently, brother. A lot of stuff's changed recently. And Conquest, we are going to be streaming, but it's going to be for the Warrior program, right? So, again, like, if you want to access all of these daily, join up. Like,
we've already made an extra live this week on Monday.
Yeah, we did do an extra live. We normally don't do the free live on Monday, but I just felt like it was so important because of the tariffs, right? Like, just to kind of get some of those thoughts out and get people thinking about it and get people informed on what is actually happening, right? Yeah.
So Vengeance, the volume profile is free, but the heat map that I made is not. It's behind the Warrior subscription.
What do we mostly do on Warrior calls, or what do you teach there? Yeah, so I teach we teach this strategy, right? And it's the same strategy that Icarus uses to great effect. We teach that. We do, like, special lessons. Currently, we're in the process of recording like a library of pre-recorded content too, just so people can sharpen up on, whatever they need to. And it also comes with access to this indicator that you see us using on stream, because this thing is super, super good at adding context. Yeah. It shouldn't be locked.
Do you mean the heat map?
Let's say the volume profile isn't locked. The heat map is locked. Yeah, the heat map is locked behind it. Because that heat map was literally designed for this strategy. Like Icarus custom built this thing based on what we do. We are getting like a little bit of a breakout. I don't know how much I trust it, especially considering we came up, right? And we touched this liquidity level like almost perfectly and just drew right back down. So I kind of want to see us come and take out some of these highs to really feel good about longing NASDAQ here. But you know, potentially. And one of the things too is like we want to make sure that we're keeping safe, right? Especially when we have had such a crazy big day. Noah, we are all cooking here, bro. We've had a crazy morning, an absolute crazy morning. And we had a crazy one yesterday too. So, you know, that's two back to back. 2 beautiful days of price action. A short and then a long. Love it. All is balanced. All is
But
balanced.
I'm actually good for today in regards to trades.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think that everyone that's been in this stream this morning is like way fucking up.
Should be.
Yo, you know, speaking of which, let's see how up everyone is. Let me see some of that gain porn. Let me see it. Let me see those gains. Like, what do you got? What do you got? Show me a free chat. Hey, Stu, $80 is not nothing. $80 is $80.
Profits are profits.
All good, fart balls. Oh, wow. No, that's a big win, Stu. That's a big win. Lights coming in with a 4.7K. Let's motherfucking go. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you know, people come and hang out. There's value in doing this in a community, right? And being able to talk. Yo, let's go, Seth. Let's go, fart balls. Motherfuckers making hundreds of dollars today. Let's go, Icarus. Let's go.
Just a little.
Love seeing
Not
that,
much.
man. Love seeing that. Yeah, we've had a very wild last 2 days. Okay, a very wild last 2 days.
Yeah, fart balls. I
Hey,
just
what's
made that
up,
loss
Chief?
to not look perfect.
What's up, Chief? How you doing, brother? Nene? Oh, look at you, bro. Look at you. Now we're having a great morning here, guys. We're having a great morning. So it's on days like this, right? It's on days like this where we want to make sure that we are not over trading. Okay, we've already taken a lot of trades. We've had a lot of success, and you know, this is the time where if you are way up, you should probably say, okay, you know what? Let me take a step back and let me hold on to my gains, right? There's no reason to try to trade into bullshit price action that's largely just like consolidating, right? You have nothing really to gain and everything to lose. Okay, so all that I'm saying is you've had a great morning. Be careful. Don't overdo it. All right. And again, if you want to do this every day, then join this warrior program. I'm telling you. And see, that's the biggest problem for a lot of people is greed, right? Greed or a lack of patience. Yo, let's fucking go, Chief. So, Chief, let me get your opinion on this, okay? Let me get your opinion on this because I am considering loading up on some dollar puts for the AMC earnings tonight. Now, I don't think it's a question of do they do bad. I think that they are going to for sure do bad. But the question is can we see the drop below 1 finally? I'm feeling like it might be time, man. I'm feeling like it just might be time.
Six Eyes. So if you want to trade demo accounts, I would advise you
All good, Stu.
to grab like prop firm demo accounts so you can learn on those. That way you automatically get familiar with the rules and stuff.
Absolutely. That's really good advice. That's really good advice. But yeah, I am eyeing AMC super hard here, man. I think it's finally time to take the penny stock down into the pennies. I really do, man. And it couldn't happen to a more awful company. Like it couldn't happen to a more awful company with awful leadership. Like if you trust Adam Aaron, you're cooked, dude. You can't trust that fucking guy. He's such a slime ball. He'll literally sell out his shareholders. That's why I always short his company. I never play AMC long. I only short that thing. It's like Beyond Meat, right? Like don't long Beyond Meat. What is it? It's a company without a true business model. Like there's some things that are just really intuitive, right? Real intuitive. Hey, let's go Xbox. Trading on Xbox. That sounds toxic as fuck, not gonna lie. That sounds so difficult to do. US 30 breaking out here. That's an interesting opportunity. I am personally not going to take it because I need to not overtrade today. But
yeah.
Yo, Xbox, brother, that's the props to you because I don't think I could do that. Like I have to. It's just AIDS with joystick, seriously. My funded futures is pretty popular. Six Eyes. My funded futures and Lucid are both pretty popular. I would probably recommend going the CFD route, right? I prefer CFDs myself. And the vape to keep me sane. Yeah, I feel that. Do I use hotkeys to use stop losses on interactive brokers? If I am trading it on my PC, yes. Sometimes I'm also trading on my phone. Like, to be honest, I do quite a bit of trading on my phone. So, I'll just do it there. But yeah, sometimes I'll use hotkeys to use stop losses on interactive broker. Yeah, I hear really good things about Lucid. you got stick drift. Oh my god, Fartballs, did you used to trade on Xbox too? Oh, US30 breakout is continuing. NASDAQ looks about ready to break out too.
Fartballs, trading is like a game. That's why you see so many gamers go into trading.
Trading is a game. Trading is just a very high stakes game. It's just a very high stakes game. But it is absolutely absolutely a game. It is just it's a high stakes game. Right? You can either end up in a mansion or at the homeless shelter. That's those are the stakes of that game. Oh, you weren't kidding. You are trading off the Xbox. Fuck yes, brother. Let's get some W's in chat for Xbox Trader. Let's get some W's in chat for Xbox Trader. NASDAQ potentially breaking out here. Potential breakout. So what I would want to see is I would honestly want to see it clear this like 907 level. And I know that you know, you might be thinking like, oh, but it's at 881 right now. So should I buy right now? No. Wait for the upward momentum. Wait for the confirmation. Wait for it to begin moving up. Like how do we know something is moving up? Right? That's my question to you guys. How do you know when something's moving up? Yo, Fartball's super smart. When it goes up. If that sounds like an incredibly easy, stupid answer, it's because it is. You know it's going up when it moves up. That's when you get the confirmation of the move, right? And not a fucking second before. No, it is absolutely a job and a business.
Yo, Chief.
It is.
Please.
But it is like a big game. The longer that I stay trading in finance, right? The longer that I spend trading, the more that I realize that the market is kind of like just a really big circle jerk. Right? It's just a big circle jerk. Oh yeah, yeah, you're not allowed to say job here. Yeah, job is a banned word.
I'm not grown Xbox. I'm a kid.
Yeah, he's
I'm no
kid.
older than you. Probably. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn, boy, we got kids in
Yo,
here.
I've never noticed that far balls. That's hella funny. That's
My voice
hella
isn't
funny.
even that deep, Swazzle.
Hey man, I wish I was trading at 13-14.
I wasn't.
I wish I was.
I was fine with playing outside.
Kids don't even do that anymore. All right, guys. Well, I think that we've had an absolute crazy day. Bitcoin is making history, like Tulip Mania kind of history. If you don't know about Tulip Mania, then go read up on Tulip Mania. Just type in Tulip Mania Finance and you're going to learn a whole lesson. Bitcoin is making history. As in, it has dropped so fucking much these years. Or this year. It is just dying. Buddy, I've been doing this. I've been doing this for 13 years, Conquest. All right, like it was not mainstream then. It's only recently kind of become popular. Let's see if we get NASDAQ longs. Let's take a look. It's very close. It's very close. It's looking quite good. All right, this is where I would long right here. Try to get it down as close to this liquidity level as you can, right? And if you're positioning more than just one contract, right? If you're doing like a few micros or something, right? You can buy them at different times. Like you don't have to enter all of them at once, right? You can scale in. You can scale in. Damn, Chief, I've been trading since you were 9, bro. You guys make me feel fucking old.
Because you are.
Shut up. This guy. No, on Friday, we're gonna have to do a little celebration for Icarus.
Nah, we don't.
Yep, we're gonna make a big deal out of it, bro.
No.
Make a big deal. We're gonna call you old as fuck.
I'm already being called old.
All right, NASDAQ longs are working if you ended up taking them. This is probably the time to move your stop up to break even, right? Which should be like right at this like 911, 912 level. 3 10-year-olds in a trench coat. They're just stacked on top of each other to make them look like adults, like in the cartoons. trying to buy a ticket to an R-rated movie. Yeah, no, all love, bro. It's okay. I know what age I am. I'm not that old. I'm just old compared to a lot of you guys. This is probably the time, if you took those NASDAQ longs, to move your stop into profit. Make sure that you are locking in those gains, right? In case there's a big shake to the downside, you want to make sure that you're walking away with something rather than nothing. Right. And this is part of, you know, what we always talk about in these streams, right? Is having that discipline, using common sense and having discipline and sticking with your plan, sticking with your system. So again, right? Very important. Very important. Oh shit, Austin in the house. What's up, Austin?
If you're still in any NASDAQ longs, I would suggest to probably take profits around here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably
Or
about
at least
time.
Or at least trail very closely.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, right? Like trail close, maybe like $10, $15 at most. Right? If you caught when we were talking about it, then you would have caught an entry right around like 915 to 920, and you should be up and using like a $20 stop loss. I mean, this is like a 1 to 1.5, so you know, not bad at all. But we've had a really crazy morning, really crazy morning. So absolutely. And Austin, hit me up when you are ready to do our first mentorship session, because I am open, and I can make things work. I can shift things around for you. So you just let me know, brother. You just let me know.
Dude, what are you doing?
Oh, there we go. Hey,
$57.
Hey, no, profit's profit.
Yeah, it's all good. It's just like he has so many small trades.
Yeah, well, but the thing is being safe though, right? Like, and he is up. from 50K to 52, 52 and a half, right? Yo, I like that legend gradient, that green and blue. That looks wild. That's why you got to wake up early, Chosen. That's why you got to wake up early. We start this stream at 8:30 in the morning Eastern. Like you got to wake up early with us, bro. Yo, fart balls. Hey. Free chat, bro. Flex on them. Flex on them. That was definitely a spot to take profits. So just go over to this premium channel, and this will take you there. And you should be able to just get that. It should show you, right, the warrior tier, legend tier, so you can grab that warrior tier and then, you know, trade with us every day.
And also get access to the videos and stuff.
Videos, indicators, special lessons, signals that get sent in that chat, right? So there's a lot to it. Dude, Tyler, you killed it today. Is he still in chat? I hope he's still in chat.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, you fucking killed it, Tyler. I'm mad proud of you, bro. You've been killing it. Chosen, you can do it. Absolutely. No, mad proud of Tyler. Everybody, give Tyler a nice GG in chat. Give Fartballs a nice GG in chat. We got some wins. I love seeing that. I love seeing that. I love watching you guys succeed, right? Especially like just because I've seen the change over the last few months, right? Like I've seen the growth in you guys, and you know, I'm very proud of you, and you should be very proud of yourselves. Like, give yourself a little pat on the back. Don't let it go to your head, right? Because ego is not a great thing to have in markets, but give yourself a pat on the back because you guys have really worked for it. How did you do that, Worst Stan? All right. And see, and that's the thing. You got to stay out of your fucking emotions. Like I'm telling you, you have to be like a computer. Okay? Cold, emotionless, only logic, only just calculating, right? You do not want to mix emotion and finance. And I know that takes practice. It really does. But I promise you that learning to contain those emotions is a really big deal, right? It is a really big deal. And it is going to be one of the largest determining factors separating the winners from the losers, right? Is you have to be able to shut off all of those feelings and all of those emotions. And you have to only think with logic. And once you can do that, and that's fine. That's fine. You know, you're just starting out. You're just learning this. I would say that I couldn't at first, 6. But I would say that at this point, yes. It's taken practice, right? Anything anything worth doing takes practice. So, yes, at this point I can, but you have to realize that I've also just been doing this a long time, right? Um, and it's absolutely a skill, right? Nobody is born that way. You have to you have to fight some of your more human urges and emotions when you're trading, because a lot of the things, right? A lot of that like emotional baggage you carry with yourself. And I know this is getting a little philosophical, right? A little philosophy for you. But all of that emotional baggage, it's not good for you when you're trading. It makes you it makes you make dumb decisions, right? Whether that's, you have a fear of missing out and you're like, oh well, I can pass my eval today, or oh, but if it keeps going up, I'm gonna make all this money. Yeah, but what happens if it doesn't, right? What happens if it doesn't? So you have to always just be kind of calm and kind of just like even, right? Like you have to take emotion out of it. And I'm not saying that you can't have fun and that sometimes things aren't going to suck and you're going to be like a little annoyed, but you have to be able to separate those things, right? Like compartmentalize it. Emotions have their place, logic has its place. And don't let those two cross. Not here, not in trading. It's a mistake. I promise it's a mistake.
You will
That is
also realize when you go into trading and you get more in depth with it, like about a year or two into it, you will most likely have around 100 character changes,
absolutely.
because trading in itself changes a person so much. Like,
It
even
does.
for myself, I had so many flaws before that I was able to find and also just eliminate by simply doing what I love doing, which is trading.
Absolutely. Like trading made me a more patient person, right? Because, before I started trading, I was not patient whatsoever, like not remotely. Um, but trading has taught me to be very patient because it's necessary to survive, right? In order to keep yourself in the game and to survive to trade the next day, in order to see things through and get really big gains, like patience is necessary, right? It's necessary. It's not recommended. It is a must. It's a requirement. Okay? So, it's something that you'll learn, right? It's a skill you have to practice. It's a skill you have to practice. And if you're practicing it correctly, you'll never be perfect because you can't be perfect at it. But you will always improve. You will always improve. And honestly, markets in trading just in general can teach you it can teach you a lot about yourself that maybe you didn't know, right? It can teach you what things trigger you. Are you a person that's good at handling stress? Is that something you need to work on, right? Like, that's the importance behind journaling. I always recommend to people, journal your trades, because if you journal your trades and you're tracking your thought process and you're tracking your emotions in the moment, what will eventually happen is you will start to catch yourself doing these things over and over again. And you'll look back and say, you know what? I need to stop being emotional. You know what? I need to step away for a minute and take a few deep breaths and have some nice cold water and relax, right? Like, it's incredibly important to be able to manage your emotions and manage yourself. Because again, how can you expect to conquer something like our capital markets if you can't keep yourself in control? It's an impossible task. It's absolutely impossible. So just throwing that out there. Yeah, and that's probably it, Chief, to be so honest with you. It's probably that I'm just like used to it, right? Because like let me tell you, okay, when I first started trading, TradingView wasn't around. Okay? We used to use Yahoo Finance. And Yahoo Finance, I don't know if you've ever used Yahoo Finance, but it fucking sucks. It's awful. Okay? It is awful. But that's what we had, okay? That's what I'm telling you. That's what we had, bro. Like TradingView just wasn't a thing then. So I got used to the green and red because that's what it was. See, I had to change mine on you know, to dark mode. Just because it makes the green and red pop more. But yeah, like I don't know. You get used to it and you end up doing the thing you're used to, right? Yeah, he uses blue and white. I do like that setup though, with the blue and white. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a little color design on my TradingView, and I'll surprise you guys one day this week.
Purple and white.
Purple and white probably looks fucking sick with the black background. Not gonna lie, that probably looks sick as fuck.
NQ colors.
NQ colors. Oh, dude, I might have to do it then.
I don't know, Chosen. I'm just designing my chart based on what I prefer for my eyes.
By the way, can I have someone with the warrior rolls try to put a GIF in? Because I think I fixed that last night. I think I figured out what it was. Let me get a warrior to put in GIFs.
Carol, you got
Carol.
the warrior. It's no M. Chief, no, it can't, because like the colors in general don't really make that much of a difference.
Man, no, it didn't work. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I don't know why Dino is doing this, because the thing is like Dino blocks out links, okay? Because the last thing that we want is scam accounts to come in here and start promoting a bunch of scam links to people, and you know, God forbid somebody get caught up, right? Someone get caught up. We had a great morning, Jaslyn. I hope you had a wonderful morning as well. But we want to make sure that people aren't getting scammed. And unfortunately, the gifts are something that kind of came with that. We also did have a bunch of like newer people at one point that were posting some really inappropriate gifts, and didn't really want that. Didn't really want the kind of stuff that they were posting. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to post it, or trying to enable it for all of our warriors. But I am having trouble fighting our mod bots, right? Oh shit, JP just posted. What did he say?
Yeah, but psychology-wise, like, if you're a very impatient person, I could also advise you to just listen to music. Like, every day when I'm streaming or when I'm trading in general, I always have music on.
Yeah, I like to stick to the CFDs as well. Pip. Oh, is Pip in here still? No, Pip's not in here anymore. He popped out. Yeah, I just have to have music that doesn't have lyrics myself. Exactly, Chief. Exactly. I just need like bland instrumental music, like what I have on for the stream right now.
I just prefer to listen to like jazz and stuff.
Always a good choice. Yeah, some lo-fi shit, or just like, I don't know, the streaming like mirror service that mirrors my stream over to YouTube and whatnot for recording. Just has some like real general vague kind of shit. So, you know, just kind of got it on. Like this is like some weird little electro hip hop kind of deal going on right now. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think that we've covered a lot today, and also we took some really fantastic trades. So congratulations to everyone. Great job executing today. And I will see all of our warriors tomorrow. And again, if you want to join these streams daily and make this money and get the swing call outs, right? Then join the warrior program. I can assure you that you are not going to find this anywhere else. So join up, and thank you so much for coming in today. I will have another free stream on Thursday?
Thursday.
So Thursday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing another free stream. And I look forward to seeing you all then. I hope to see you at 6. I hope to see you, brother. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Tuesday. And cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, everyone. Great job. See you soon.